Welcome, Reality Rangers, to our first episode of our Big Brother coverage this season. First in quotations, because we tried to record one and it did not end up well. A little bit
Yeah,
of
they
a
just couldn't
technical
handle all
difficulties.
of our. They couldn't handle our Kamu endings. Yeah.
Yeah, we had too many opinions that they were just not fans of. So,
Yeah.
but today we're going to be doing a bit of a draft similar to what we did for Survivor 50, and there's as far as we know, there's 17 people here, and I I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think 17's a round number or an even number that we can split amongst ourselves.
No, it just wouldn't be fair for one person to have one more draft member than the other. So we've decided to split a member, and that member is obviously going to be.
It's got to be Angela. We can't.
Gotta be Angela.
Angela, we have to spread the wealth for, because like it would be unfair if one of us got her, and then the other one just has like a team of mid.
Like a team of duds. Like, because when Angela prospers, we all prosper.
Exactly. We really want this to be a fair fight, and we know Angela's gonna win, so we want to make it so that like at least we're on an even footing. Yeah, we've got 16 players to get through for our draft, and last time we did a coin flip. How do you want to decide who goes first this time?
I mean, I guess we could do a coin flip again. Like,
Or
maybe.
Or maybe because you were the winner of the draft, you had Aubrey as
I did have Aubrey, so maybe
yeah.
I should go first.
So maybe you should go first.
It's only fair. Okay, so we've got the 14 newbies, Rick and D. I'm gonna go ahead and pick. So I get to pick one, and then you pick two, and then two, right? That's how we did the last time? All right, well, I think I gotta pick Queen D, our Survivor alum. I just you can't pass up on that. Like, I think she is one of those Survivor players that's going to translate really well to Big Brother, and she's going to be so fun. I don't think she's going to have a crazy threat level, because it's not like, oh, she went on to win Survivor 50. I don't think there's a lot of super fans on this cast. I feel like it's mostly casual, so I think she'll have a good chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both agree that is probably the best pick. It's the easiest pick to make because we actually know her compared to like a bunch of randoms. We know that she has.
You have tape to go off of.
Yeah, and she has the perfect skill set for Big Brother. I think it'll translate super well. She'll be really integrated, and I could see her being a threat late game. But at the same time, she's not a Big Brother veteran. So they might not see her as that kind of we need to get her out because she's played the game before. She's just played a different game. And they know
she could argue, I've played as many Big Brother days as you guys. I mean,
exactly.
Bar Angela, but she's like, I'm starting fresh just like you guys.
At Bar Angela, but also, no offense, it is Angela. As much as we joke about it, she's not the best player.
Yeah. But no, I think D could make a deep run in this game, and I'm really excited to see her play.
I think so too. Well, I think just out of principle, you take one, I take one. I think I'm gonna have to take Rick as my first pick. I loved Rick on Survivor 50. I loved him on 38. I think Big Brother is less likely to go well for him than D by a large metric. I think he's probably going to be a very chaotic, he's trying to cause chaos in the house because he's bored kind of vibe. And that could blow up in his face, and I think it probably will. But we could also see some really fun, late game, shenanigans that causes him to shake up the house enough to get out of, precarious, like a Dr. Will kind of thing. We've seen him do it before.
Yeah.
He did on Survivor 50 during the Billie Eilish episode. Or not the Billie Eilish, the Mr. Beast episode.
Mr. Beast, yeah.
Yes. I think he's a very tricky player.
He's playing against a bunch of people who may not have seen the way he plays. He was playing Survivor 50 against a bunch of veterans who know ball, basically. These people don't know ball. They don't have Rick Devon's ball knowledge. So I think they may be easy to dupe unless, D kind of warns them, but I think D would be willing to work with Rick. I feel like the survivors and, Angela and maybe even Jason will want to work together because they have a little bit of a bigger threat level. So I think it could go well for him. Yeah, I think it's a good first pick.
Yeah, I have high hopes for him. I don't think he's gonna go out early just because of those like strong relationships, unless like first head of household is like Kamu and he's like he just wants to get well, no, he'd want to get rid of the women. But like
Yeah.
for my second pick, I think I'm gonna have to go Jason. And we did kind of like pick the three notable people first, but like I truly think Jason has such a like seemingly good skill set for Big Brother. And it's not like Jason is like gonna be someone that they might know. I feel like they're especially with this cast, which seems very like straight.
Yeah.
I feel like
For sure.
he's not gonna be very known, and he seems like a very like dynamic, like well-rounded character that will understand when to be like fun and when to be strategic in a way that seems like really in tune with the game.
Yeah, and even if people find out he is a Drag Race alum, I don't think people would be like having him at the top of their radar because like I don't think people perceive Drag Race as a strategic game. I mean, I don't watch it. I mean, he said on his season that he did use some strategy and maybe made alliances, but I think people are going to be more so looking at the survivors if anything.
Yeah.
But no, I think he looks really well rounded. He looks like he can integrate with, like he said, the boys, the girls, everyone, and he just seems really charming. And he comes off as radiant. So I think he'd have a great social game.
I think he's the only way that it would like become a threat for anyone that he's like a drag race from RuPaul's Drag Race would be if they saw the clips of him playing. Like it's a very different thing to hear like I'm like I do drag versus like seeing the clips of like the like highlights from what's Selena Estides? I think that's
Selena Estides. Yes. Great name, love it.
And so who's your
it's funny
second
like
pick here? Oh yeah.
I find it funny we all out of the bat picked like the 3 reality TV alum, but
maybe it's just because we knew them, but I feel like they're just 3 really good players. I don't know if I would have picked Angela early on. I might have just because of it's Angela, but
just for the memes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like before today, I don't know if I would have done this, but you know what? I'm gonna do another out of the box pick. This is me picking like Stephanie LaGrossa really early in my draft last season. I'm picking Rome. I don't know why. Like from the last video we recorded to now, Rome has grown on me. I don't know. We talked about this before we recorded, but him talking about the submissives and the betas and protecting them, that is really dark woke. Like in a roundabout way, he's protecting all the people I'm gonna root for. He's gonna protect the Latrice. He's gonna protect the Jason. He's gonna protect the Mallory. These quote unquote betas he's gonna protect. I'm fine with that. Keep my fave safe. And maybe I don't love pickleball, and maybe I think that pickleball is a parasite on modern Western culture, but you know what? He's physical. He's a pickleball coach. Go win some comps. Rome is my next pick, and there's not much else I can say about Rome.
It really is a parasitic relationship, like stealing all of our community spaces and turning into pickleball courts.
Especially as a tennis player myself.
And I think like maybe I just associated that parasitic nature with Rome, and also the fact that he was using like beta and submissive, and like it just threw me off. But I think the more I see of him, or like leading up to the episode, the more I'm getting more Tucker than I am Riley. So I can see this being a really good pick, depending on how much of a bigot he actually is. Like maybe he's not at all, and that'll be wonderful. But he just like looks scary. I would run away from him if I saw him.
Exactly. Maybe I'm having a bad read on him at first, because there's some other people where I'm like, I can tell they're definitely scary, bigoted, conservative, but him, he's in the maybe pile. So I'm fine with him for now. For my next pick, this is getting hard. I'm going to go with another person who just seems well-rounded physically, socially, strategically. I'm going to go with Ashley. I know some people might not want to let somebody who's the name of the past winner from the previous season go far, But I feel like I don't know, something like that's gonna work for her. She's just gonna like have this winner halo around her, and Ashley's gonna make a fart. She was the first person we saw in the bios, in the Broville, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I liked her. I liked her energy.
I think we both agreed. Like off rip, she just seemed like very fun, very level headed, very like she could be villainous, and also like stay loyal to the people. Like she has a lot of good qualities that I think suit Big Brother very well. Um, she was also the first person we saw, so she was the first person to have the outgoing, bubbly, whatever 3 words, and so she's unique. The rest of them are just copycats.
They're
Uh,
all Ashley copies,
yeah,
exactly.
I think it's a good
But
pick.
yeah, and she's a bartender. I feel like that's a job that does pretty well on these shows. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
a very social job. I'm not just saying that because I'm a bartender now, but yeah, it's I think she's got a good shot at this. Yeah, your next two picks. What are
Yeah.
they looking like?
So I think my next pick, I'm gonna go with Mallory. I
Okay.
I feel like I've been seeing a lot of Mallory talk, where she seemed to have gone into the house, or like gotten through casting, solely by playing on an archetype harder than anyone else possibly could, which is very, Dan Giesling. It's
Yes.
very like skillful, and I think she's really playing up that nerd archetype. We fell into that trap early on when we were recording our previous thing. Like we were comparing her to like Nicole Anthony or like I don't know, Sarah
Kelly
Beth,
from last
Kelly.
season.
I think she's a lot more. She seems a lot more like competent and rather than just being like the like strategic, no social game kind of like silly girl or whatever. Like I think she can get very socially integrated. She can like have that strategic mind. She gives a lot of like really good vibes to me that I think maybe early on we won't see much of, but later in the game we'll be like, oh, she's been here the whole time, like in Ashley last season.
Exactly, and she's like physically very fit. If anything, I would compare her to Eva from Survivor 48.
Yes,
Like that's what I'm getting from Mallory right now, but
that
even better.
that was the one thing that you said that I think when we were recording the last thing where I was like, I'm not entirely sure, but now I'm seeing everything. I'm like, yes, this is a very similar thing. Like rocket scientist, but also like really um, you know
Physically fit,
physically
yeah.
fit. I think she'll be good in comps, but she might not want to win every like it's kind of like a Steve BB17 like throwing
Yeah.
strategically. I have good like I have high expectations for her now.
Same, that's a good pick.
Um, I think the next one I'm gonna go with. I don't know. This is getting a little bit harder now. But I think I'm gonna go with Taylor. I guess
Okay.
another player that recent Survivor winner name association.
Or Big Brother winner.
Big Brother winner. Sorry. Um, I think she seems like I don't know if I'm getting too much of a read on her yet, but I think she'll be good socially, and I think she'll be able to make it far at the very least. Like this does not feel like an early game player. It feels like at least jury, and that's why I'm confident in her chances of like making it far.
She
I
had
think
her like little three-pronged strategy. A lot of
yes,
people were doubting her strategy of like getting a team of three with different leaders in the house.
right,
I kind of say we've seen that before and it works. That's like the brigade. That's the pretty boys. Like it's a
yes.
parachute. You
It
you know you pull in people so that you're always protected. I think it's a good idea.
that was like I think the best strategic thing that she had mentioned where it felt like the most refined version of what they're talking about. And obviously refined is difficult to come by on these kinds of shows, but she seems like pretty like like she has a good strategic head on her shoulders. I just don't know how well she'd be able to execute it, but I like the like idea of it. I like the kind of like vibe that she's going for. And I want to see it work out. I just don't want this to be like I think last time I'd compared her to like T-Core, where she seems really good on paper, but then she also seems like she would be hesitant to do stuff. So then I'd be worried that she'd be like inactive in her ideas. Maybe like a Micole as well. Like we've seen a few of that like archetype before, and I don't want her to fall into that because I like what she's got going.
No, but I think she has those, vibes, but I think maybe she'd be a little bit more active. I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
that from her, that she'd be a little bit more of an active player. And also, I do like her just because I feel like there's always one or two people every season, at least just when we get these bios, that's like, you seem like the normal person. Like, you seem like an everyday person I could meet
Right.
in a cast of characters. You seem like an actual person. And she, to me, seems like maybe it's because there's a lot of influencers who want to play Big Brother now, but she just seems like a real person, and I feel like real people or who are genuine attract people, and people would want to work with that.
Yeah, everyone seems very character focused this season. I don't really get that from Taylor. Like, I think that's maybe why I was getting a little bit harder to get a read on her initially, like to tell if she's like actually going to follow through on like these ideas. But I think that's probably actually better for her than what I was more thinking. So you know what? I'm feeling better about my pick the more we talk about it.
All right, my two picks. My first of my next two picks is going to be Latrice, because I just want to have Latrice on my team. She's just got a lovely energy. I think if anyone who's 58, which does not look 58, black don't crack. If anyone who's 58 years old could win, I think it's her. Like, I think she's just this ball of like radiant energy that you just want to like be close to and like talk to and have a kiki with. And she's physically fit. She's a bodybuilder. Whoa. And I think she's got a good game sense. She's a super fan, which is important. And I think, sometimes it's harder for older house guests to fit in with the younger ones, but I feel like if anyone could do it, it's her. I have a good feeling about Latrice.
Yeah, I didn't want to take her from you because you seemed like really high on her in our analysis that we didn't get to upload, but
Yeah.
I agree. I think she has like a really fun vibe. I think she's well equipped for like challenges and social connection in a way that a lot of older house guests aren't. And she also gives me the vibe of like people like this is going to be the one that people love. And I'm just imagining like I can already envision her being edited into that photo with like Suri and Felicia and Izzy, and then
And
they added Angela
Angela.
and Rachel. Like she's gonna be the next one on that list.
Yeah, for sure. And also, she kind of gives me like Will from last season, like just a fan favorite. Like, they may not be the strategic figurehead of the season, at least in the edit, which like Will was pretty good, but but people will just love to root for, like, love to love her. Latrice, like, fan favorite award is coming your way, so be
Mm-hmm.
prepared.
I think
Um,
unless we get like a Keanu, like Tucker kind of
yeah,
situation, I think she's well equipped to make it far, get that AFP, maybe come back for an All Stars in 12 years or whatever.
Yeah, oh my gosh, for a 70-year-old winner. No. I don't know how Will didn't win last season. Like, literally, like, he was one of the only people who had a home family segment. Like, what? Like, and he didn't win AFP? What are we doing? Okay. For my second pick, really not seeing anything else on the board here that I'm loving. We're at that
Mm-hmm.
point now. You know what? I'm gonna pick a dude because I've picked one in a couple. Uh Oh, we haven't picked Barrett, I guess. But Barrett's controversial now. There's news coming around. There's confirmations that he's not part of the LGBTQ community. So
Yeah.
really, that's queer Bader Barrett over here. Um, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. It's not that serious. But I don't know why you'd be dancing in front of pride flags like that, but I will choose him solely
Mm-hmm.
because he seems to be the biggest super fan on the board. He seems pretty physically adept. He's 6'6".
He is. Oh my
That might be a
god.
little bit of a apparently I think 6'6", I believe I heard in his bio. Like, okay, this could be our first twink winner. I don't know.
Can you be a
Like,
twink at 6'6"?
yes, I think that helps. I think, it becomes more like,
Because then it's harder to fill
like
out.
it's like exactly, exactly. And it's like those, how you can buy like the Reese's pack with like the four, like the king size. He's like a king size twink. Yeah.
Right, right.
So Barrett, where was I? Barrett is a super duper fan. He has a podcast like us. People one day are going to be talking about us like this. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Use this clip in your
Uh,
montages, like your edits of us.
exactly. Um, he seems like he knows how the show goes. He seems like he can make connections with people and win some comps. Is that all you can ask for? I mean, I'm getting Quinn vibes, but maybe more level-headed than Quinn. I don't know. We've yet to see what he can do. But yeah, go and get a showmance with a girl, I guess. That's even though he said in his bio that he's gonna flirt with everybody. So let's see his Kevin Martin. Let's see his Tashawn. Let's see his who else? Kevin Jacobs. I don't know. Who else was queer baiting on Big Brother? That's weirdly a Big Brother Canada thing to do. I don't know why it doesn't happen on
Maybe it's
BBUS
just
as much, but
we're more accepting, so it's not queer baiting. It's just having fun with it. Like you don't have to identify.
it's just good gameplay. It's actually just good gameplay. If you don't want the win, if you won't queer bait a little bit. If you don't queer bait, you don't deserve the win.
So actually, it's not controversial, and it's actually like it means you're equipped to win the game. Honestly, that's
actually I think I've done a full 180 now. I'm actually seeing this as winner potential. I'm seeing this as a good thing. So I'm picking Barrett for that reason alone.
I think he's a pretty good pick. I think he's like well equipped for the game, and I agree. I think I see a Quinn trajectory. Maybe not like as like loud and boisterous as Quinn was, but I think Barrett could be like a like doing pretty well, has like a couple like integrated alliances, and then that kind of explodes, and then they have to like fight from the bottom. That feels very like in line with how I'm expecting Barrett to do.
Yeah.
I think now for my next two picks, we're really getting to like the
Slim pickings.
What does he even do? Like,
yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go with Drew. We share a name.
Right?
He DM'd all of the RHAP people being like, don't let me fall to the bottom of the draft. Like, I think it is pretty
Is he
funny.
considered to be in the bottom of our draft now? Like, I guess this is halfway.
Is this bottom half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I think
6,
so.
7. Yeah, it's halfway.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't say the bottom, but...
He should have DM'd us if he didn't want to fall to the bottom of our draft.
He's not the bottom, but he does look like a bottom. And I think
perhaps, yeah.
I think...
That's the truth.
That's the truth. Drew's clues. He's been hiding it all along.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was on Beast Games, I guess. I think it's crazy enough, he's probably one of, like, the most progressive, like, leftist players on this season. So, like, I guess that's something, I think he's probably gonna go out early, but I would like to think that he maybe goes more like a Steve in situation than like Adrian last season.
Yeah, because I was getting Adrian, but I hope it's like we inject Adrian with some Rizzo juice so that he's like good at the game and that he can go further, because that would be fun.
I think Drew is much more likely to keep that like energy going the same way Rizzo did, rather than Adrian, who just gave up the moment he got into the house. Like,
yeah,
Adrian would get into the confessionals and be like, I'm the greatest player ever, I'm gonna win all the comps, and then he would like sit around and not talk to anyone. Like,
and like have his little stuffed bread. Like, well, okay, what are we doing?
So yeah, I think Drew is the best pick that's left so far, but that's not saying too much.
Not saying much, no.
I think for my next pick, you know what? I mean, I should have chosen melody and lyric in the same, like, back-to-back. Because they give a similar vibe of, like, kind of nothing, but, like, they'll get into a showmance. They have music-themed names.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll let you do that, and I'll choose, like... Oh, but I don't want to choose the rest of them.
I don't want lyric. You can take lyric.
Okay.
And also, lyric's probably the best person left on the board, I think.
Yeah, because I don't want Chuck, I don't want Haley, I don't want Kamu, I don't want Yash.
Yash, I'm telling you right now, he's last alphabetically. He's getting last picked, period.
This is a very
Even though he's probably
Jonathan
not the worst
situation.
player.
I think he'll go out early, not in like a he's going to be outside of the alliance situation, but I think remember Rachel on Big Brother 20 when she got like put up on the block against like Brett or something, and she thought she was gonna be safe 100% and was blindsided. Like I think that's a similar thing where Yash is gonna be like put up on the
Yeah.
block next to an ally and be like, I'm so much better than you. Like,
Yash just. Ugh.
ugh.
Yash.
It
Yash is
gets
giving me like Vivek from BB Can 12. Like I'm just finishing watching that up now. Like, bruh. Like, he just seems corny. Like I've seen his TikToks. Like,
right,
we'll get
yeah,
to him. We'll get to him. Whoever
yeah.
gets stuck with him, probably me, is we're gonna get to him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Lyric. I really got nothing from Lyric. Like, I don't even remember their bio or their interview. Like, I read it and I just didn't retain anything. She probably said she was outgoing, funny, like,
Bubbly.
bubbly. Um, I mean, I'm with Lyric, I guess I'll just say she's not gonna be the first to go. And that's a
Definitely
plus.
not.
She'll be like
She's one
the
of those people who has a not first boot guarantee.
mm-hmm. I have that like guaranteed clause, you know, it's like written in her contract as she signs on to my draft. I think it's okay. She's okay. She's Lyric. What else what can you
You know,
say, Malik?
if Katy Perry gets into the Big Brother house, she might have to start a fight because have you seen those clips from American
Right, that's
Idol?
the
Like
one thing I
Katy
did
Perry had it
know.
out for her.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember if that was Melody or Lyric. I just knew it was one of them because
it
of
was
the
Lyric.
music name. But I have seen
Yeah.
that clip, and I know that that clip is going to be like crazy viral when she gets out after doing nothing for 6 weeks or whatever.
You're playing it too safe. Why are you playing it safe? I thought we smacked that out of her.
You know
Yeah,
what? Actually,
Lyric.
I think she's gonna be a semi pawn where she just keeps winning
Ooh,
the blockbuster, and they're like, "What is like?"
yes.
I didn't expect this, but okay. And then she doesn't win it one week, and she's still a pawn, but the pawn goes home. That's my prediction.
Yeah, she's our Kelly. She's our
Mm-hmm.
Kelly. Not our Kelly. She's our Kelly. Okay. I'm really stuck with bottom of the barrel people here, but I'm gonna continue the music trend. I'm gonna pick Melody solely because I think she's gonna find a showmance early on. I don't want to be mean and say that, but I think she's gonna find a showmance, and I think she's gonna ride that showmance. She's gonna have a Catherine. Catherine was that
Yeah,
the person from last season with
Catherine
Riley
Woods.
trajectory, then maybe even a little further. Like I see her, being expendable, getting taken out in like the second double evictions. I don't know. She just isn't gonna make a big impact. To be fair, she's one of the only people who I didn't really read her bio because she just doesn't seem all there. She is a corporate game show host, so she's not new to this. She's true to this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. Like some people are better fit as hosts than competitors, I guess, because I'm not getting much from Melody.
Right. And like, what is a corporate game show host? Do you think like they were running like cahoots at like uh business
Like team
functions or
building
like
exercises,
right.
like
That's the kind of like I think when we were talking about it, I was thinking of like what was it, HQ quiz or whatever that thing was from 2020.
yes,
But now
trivia HQ or
I'm
something. Yeah,
getting like she comes to companies during their like let's like
work retreats.
yeah, work retreats like family bonding kind of stuff. I don't know.
Which
I
I mean,
get
that means she can hold an alliance together, I guess. So that's a plus side.
she starts running
she can
cahoots
she can
inside the Big Brother house.
she's gonna run that game of Mafia like the Navy because they always play Mafia in the house, right?
Right,
She's
right,
gonna
right,
run it
right.
like the Navy.
Yeah.
So I mean, Melody, they gotta keep her around for Mafia games.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's like in
next
early
up,
Survivor where they'd keep people around because they can fish. Like this is
exactly
how
her camp
Melody wins the
life. It's her
game.
camp life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um. Oh, really not great people left. So right now it's between Yash, Kamu, Haley, and Chuck.
It's like three guys that I'm worried about Republican, and a girl who
I think also a Republican woman. I think
probably
I saw some Charlie
Republican,
Kirk in her reposts.
but like the most like we were talking about nothing characters from like lyric and melody, but that is
She's
more.
even more nothing
Yeah, it's truly insane
somehow.
how like monotone she can be while saying she's outgoing and bubbly.
Exactly. Like if anyone has outgoing stolen valor, it's her.
Hmm.
So, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Kamu, I guess, even though he seems the most egregious of the bunch, just because he looks like very intimidating and maybe some people wouldn't want to take a shot at him early on. So that might bring him longevity in the game. And he seems like the most physically fit of the whole cast, I guess. Because he's a boxer
Yeah,
or martial artist,
MMA
mixed martial
fighter.
artist. Yeah, so we're going Kamu. Yeah.
I I've been
Ugh.
giving predictions for everyone. I think he's gonna get into a fight with Angela week 1, and then people keep him around. No, actually, specifically like Barrett or Drew or something want to keep him around because he's a shield, and then that annoys all
Yeah.
of Stan Twitter to no end.
And then, yeah, Barrett and Drew are going to be dropped off of people's client list very
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah. Anything else to
Um,
say?
Kamu, Shamu, Kiamu, like, get out of here. He's a Kiamu.
He better not win fan favorite.
He better not. I don't think he will though, because I don't think the tattoos are going to bode well with the Facebook people.
Yeah. Okay, so now I get to choose who I get and who you're stuck with.
You're choosing who goes to fire, and fire
Right.
being the fiery depths of the bottom of the draft. Yes.
I think I'll take Haley as I think she's the best of well, okay. I don't know. I think her and Chuck are on the same level, so I think I'm going to choose both of them and we'll talk about each. I am very sorry.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I think both of them are like just kind of nothing, but in a way where it's like just so nonpartisan until you look into them and see, oh, they're Republicans. That makes sense why they're
Yeah.
nonpartisan. But I don't know. Haley, for one, like I think she's probably gonna go like week 3 or something. Just because, week 3 HOH, they're just not gonna be able to like decide who they want to, or maybe week 2. Week 3 is usually a big week. Week 3 is gonna be like, I don't know who to decide. I'm gonna target Haley, and it's like no one cares enough to like back her up.
Yeah.
And then Chuck, I think, oddly enough, I think Chuck will have like similar, like a similar like game as maybe like honestly kind of like the older men that usually play, where either they go out like first or they make it to like third juror, but no one, like everyone kind of forgot they were there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of furniture vibes.
Right,
Could win a
right.
comp, maybe one or two, but not the Menta ones.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like I really get zero read on either of them, and I'm hoping that they can at least bring some entertainment to like, like, negate the fact that I don't like them. But
Yeah.
what do you think? Any thoughts?
Really. Just Haley, I don't know when I see her face. I've never seen Redemption Island Survivor that season, but she looks like that one lady on Redemption Island. I can't place my finger on it.
She looks like every Redemption Island player combined into one.
Yes, it's like when you do the face morph, yes. And then Chuck, Chuck with the cowboy hat, Chuck Bobuck. I don't know. Chuck,
And
we're gonna have to see about you. We're gonna have
I
to see about you.
so that leaves you with Yash.
Yash. Yash, Yash, Yash. What are we gonna do with Yash? Like I said, he's giving me Vivek from BB Can 12. He's giving me no good reason to root for him. Like he's saying, I love all the competitions, but let's get rid of the booth comps. The booth comps are the most iconic comps. Have you like what are we talking about? Yash, like, how can I have you on my team and you've got such horrible takes? I see his TikToks get ready with me as a, I don't know, 24-year-old. Enough, Yash. I don't love his energy. I think he's going to be a blight on this season. I hope he goes out first. I hope I get the first boot. You know, it's like Jonathan last draft. I hope I get the first boot. But what happened last time? Yash made it, or not Yash. Jonathan made it to top 3. I'm already, getting freaking flashbacks. I'm getting Yash backs. And it's just really scaring me because Yash just has the evil energy and he was an alternate. He wasn't supposed to be on here. But freaking Levi had to drop out. Who knows why? God knows why. Hopefully it wasn't, an N-word scandal. But, Yash, like, come on. I guess I'm hating on this guy for no good reason. But, I mean, well, actually, no. Wasn't he a registered Republican?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's the one I've seen for sure. It feels like most of the people who do those like day in the life where they're like imitating the one guy with like the banana peels on his face and the like
Yes.
water. Most of those are parodies, but it feels like his videos are like he watched those and was like genuinely like I wish I was doing that, and so he made them like unironically.
Yash.
I'm not liking Yash. I think it's getting worse and worse as we get closer to the start of the season.
And he's gonna beef with Angela heavy.
Yeah, I'm just like, I know for a fact that he's going to like try and play for that AFP like fan favorite vote. He's gonna be like doing stuff so obviously for the camera, like Ava last season when she was like doing all that shit, and it's like, just be yourself. The pawn, it drives me insane. Like everything Ava did, it was like when she was genuine, it was fun to watch her. When she tried to like
Ava for the first few weeks, when it was just like, okay, fun, she's fun. Mm-hmm. But when it kept going and going, you could tell she's being fake.
And she got like 4th place. I can't do it. I can't do it again. Yash, please just like, if you're going to be on the season, just be the furniture or be the first boot. I don't want to see
Please be a good first boot.
Yeah.
Like,
be like, at least Matt with Angela was like a fun rivalry, and then he did all his thousands of TikToks. Like, leave your annoying part till after you get out and do your TikToks then. Like, you don't have to...
Exactly, because then we can block you. Then we can, ignore you, but...
And it would be funny to see every season Angela plays, one new person starts making TikToks about her. Like, it just grows and grows.
And then eventually there'll be a whole season full of them, and they can battle.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well...
Well, that's the draft. Should we just go over our teams real quick?
I don't even remember my teams. I hope you were writing them down.
Okay, I wrote them both down. So you, Andrew, you have Rick, Jason, a.k.a. Selena's Titties, Mallory, Taylor, Drew, Lyric, Haley, and Chuck. Where I have D, Rome, Ashley, Latrice, Barrett, Melody, Kamu, and Yash. And we both share Angela.
Yes.
And that is the draft. And it's going to be fun to watch. Who do we think is going to win? Who do we think has the better team?
I think it feels pretty like evenly split. I think we both have a pretty good shot at this. But
I think you have a better overall team.
I think you'll have players that are more likely to go early, but also players more likely to make it to the end.
I think my winner pick is on my team, though, so I'm happy about it. Looking back, it's not D. My winner pick is actually Rome. Like, I do think with the way they casted this and the way people's sentiments are in the house, a white man is finally going to break the streak. Like, there's going to be a white man winner this season, and it's going to be freaking... It better not be... Well, I don't know what Kamu is. And it's not going to be Barrett.
He's Rob Mack. That's who he is.
He's Rob Mack. That's who I thought he was at first. And I don't think Drew is going to be taken seriously with the Drew. So I think Rome is going to win. Like, I really do think Rome is going to win. Something in me... Like, and we can clip this. Rome is winning.
I really hope not. I hope he changes my opinion on him when we watch tonight. I'm not hopeful, but we'll see what happens, I guess. You know, I think I'm gonna stick with Jason as my winner pick. I feel like people,
Okay.
you know, like it's not like he's being grouped in with the veterans, so he's gonna, I think,
Yeah.
have a lot better of a shot to not have that kind of. He might work with them, but I think he'll be the least likely to go out of any of them and make it far. Like I think he has the skill set to work with every side, like every person in the house. I'm praying that it continues the streak of like good chaotic seasons and not bring us back to form, because I'm worried this is going to be a BB19, BB21, like, you know, like Republican led kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Or even kind of BB25 a little bit.
yeah,
Like
BB25 at least had a really fun pre-jury.
pre-jury.
There's not really too much else going on currently in the reality world.
When the hell is casting opening for BB Can 13?
I want to send in my application. I get us on.
I literally want to send in my get us on. Like, I'm wondering now if this means that it's going to be all returnees. Because, like, why is it taking so long?
I really hope so. I think it would be a great way to start it. I don't think it'll happen, but it might be the perfect way to, like, you know, do an All-Stars of the old season and then bring in the new era.
Yeah, we're so excited to cover the rest of the season. We're going to try to upload episodes bi-weekly, you know, every other week, so we can give more in-depth reviews, and it's going to be so much fun.
And we're hoping to be back in the studio for these episodes. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But it'd be nice to not use, you know, online, you know, get the full experience, get the full industry standard on our arsenal.
Yeah, make it high quality.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you soon for our first week or 2 weeks of coverage for Big Brother 28.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun. See y'all.
Bye.